You're now tuning into the sounds of the Potnas Podcast.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another session. Oh man, of the Potnas Podcast.
Yeah, man.
Well, pack up some salmon and send me to Alaska, huh?
Oh, here we go. I don't know.
Man.
Wakanda.
All right.
Speaking of Wakanda.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Potnas Podcast, where we are delivering our perspective on topics, news, and shit. We are your hosts, the Potnas. Starting from the right end of the table, we got Mr. Corn Pop, Don't Stop, Courtney Coleman, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Oh, yeah.
What's up, Courtney? How you feeling, bro?
Good, man. Good.
Good to see you, bro.
here.
You looking real good today.
Thank you.
All right, next to him is the flyest one in the room. We call him Dino the Great.
What's going on, y'all?
And then I am the live thrizzle. They call me Young Tizzle, JT. That's soul. Explosion. I mean, because I'm explosive.
Pause.
I think you need to go back to the drawing board on your.
It's like in the middle, right?
You don't like the
It was
subtleness?
like too much before, now it's like
right.
too little. It's
You're
like,
drawing
so-
back to you.
Well, Dino removed the Aladdin button from the board.
Nah, actually.
Go to the next
It's too late.
phase.
No matter what you do, it's too late.
Yeah,
Everything's done.
facts.
You know
We're
what?
past it. We're past it.
I just need to take over the board again.
No, I don't think so. No.
What the fuck? Yeah.
What's up, man?
All right. Let's get straight into it. Hey, we just wanted to say thank you for all of the feedback that we got from week one. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we do have full-length videos now. So visit our YouTube channel by visiting potnaspodcast.com, and you will see the video icon, and you can click that and check out all of our full-length video episodes and all of our other previous episodes as well. So we're going to keep it going, and we're just going to continue to get better.
Yeah, man. Folks are tapped in, bro.
Yes.
People dig the.
Absolutely.
Like, this is the most engagement we probably ever had.
For sure. Yep. And let's get into a debrief of the week. So how are y'all feeling? How was the week? What all did you get into? Courtney moved into his house.
Yeah, man. Congratulations, bro.
Yes.
I wait for the
That's awesome.
go. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Welcome to the North Side again.
Yes.
Yes.
It's good to be back.
Hey, I've been telling people North Side is the best part of Houston, bro.
Well, I mean, I don't want to start no fights or nothing like that, but I mean, I'm from Greenspoint, so of course I love the Northwest Side specifically. But congratulations.
Hey, back up from the mic, D. Golly.
No, I sound sexy, bro.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
trying to turn my sexy down.
We literally met about this. We discussed this. You have to back up from the
You
mic.
trying to turn my sexy down? Yeah.
But no, it's been a good. Well, it's been an interesting process.
Let's pause right quick because we have to give a shout out to, our two content creators and managers behind the scenes. Shout out to Iron Exposure, Chris Anderson, and Todd Knows Best, the people's plug.
Yeah, man.
The plug's plug. Todd Knows Best. Shout out to TJ Strayhorn.
It's our partners.
Yep. The two latest partners to join the team. Welcome, gentlemen. Y'all want to have anything to say?
What's up,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What up, Todd?
You already know I'm a friend of the show. It's good to be back.
Yep.
I like the spot. I like the space in here. Man.
Yes, thank you.
I like
Thank you.
this.
Put in a lot of work. Courtney didn't refuse to show me his house, bro.
I didn't refuse to show you the house.
He just wants to be ready.
I had to go through the back door and reach out to Kendra.
I wasn't home. You called me. I wasn't even home. I wasn't even at the house.
Be honest. You want to have it ready before you have company over. It's cool.
No,
That's exactly what it was. Yes.
Oh, that's all right.
Well, it's not just that. When JT
But it
called,
is that.
no, when JT called me, we were getting like work done on the house. Although it's a new build, we're getting work done. So you can't like it's a process.
Yeah, big fact.
There's like tape and
dust and
all that. Yeah.
toxic paint
Right.
fumes. Apparently,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm the same way, but
yeah, soon enough we'll have a
Did everything go smooth with the closing?
not at all. So
Do tell. Elaborate. Enlighten the people about this whole housing process because everybody in the fucking world wants to be a realtor now
well, no, I mean,
and a real estate agent
real
and
estate's
an investor
Real estate's hot right
and a
now.
real property investor.
I mean, I don't do your thing.
yeah, I mean, but this is the thing though. It's not like a problem with any realtor or any like all the all the, what do you say, the dots were dotted and T's were whatever
Crossed.
Yeah,
the
whatever.
I's were dotted and
All
the
this
T's were
stuff
crossed.
was.
You need to learn the adages. If you're gonna say them, you got to say them properly.
I knew I was supposed to jump in and say it, but everything that we were supposed,
you,
everything on our end that we needed to do was done.
Yeah.
So what happened?
The problem was, and this is the thing,
It's the
Your
man.
lender,
It's
your
always
seller?
the man. It's the man.
it's always the lender. It was not always the lender, but the lender literally hit us up and was like, "This is by far the," and I've gone through so many processes of buying homes and stuff, but this man literally had nothing in order. and another thing you have to realize too is when you don't have things in order and you're supposed to close on a certain date.
Yeah, that makes it tricky.
Everybody's got to be down to the T.
20 papers or something.
What do you do? You fuck up your name or something?
20,000.
So my middle initial wasn't even on any paperwork, so all paperwork had to be rerun.
That'll do it.
Wow.
And if you know the process of closing a house, you have to rerun every single piece of
hundreds
paper.
of documents, man.
The closing date that he gave us was on a Monday. But the paperwork said the 21st, which was I think that Thursday or Friday. So the closing costs were wrong. Yeah. Right, all the numbers, everything was just completely off.
So you had to sit there while he recalculated, reran all this shit.
This is the thing though, like the worst part of all, it's not even like, it'd be different if it was like, you know what, I would have been like, yeah, let's just listen. I'm going home. I'll come back on Wednesday.
Yeah,
I'll let y'all get y'all stuff together.
Yeah,
But the problem is when you know you have to close on a certain date, you have your movers. You have your grass or sod and stuff put in. You're expecting to have keys in like 2-3 hours. So you're like, I got all this stuff
lined up,
mapped out.
Yeah.
And so that was the worst process. We literally had to finesse. We had to sneak a person in the backyard to do the sod. We got keys by the grace of God.
You had to sneak a person.
What
was his name?
His name is actually Tyrone.
Oh, Tyrone.
Yeah, it's a black guy.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, name's Tyrone.
Hey, these are all jokes, ladies and gentlemen. Please don't be offended at all. They're not gonna.
We got to take that. Yeah,
the thoughts reflected on this show are those of the.
All right, Dino, you want to get a breakdown of your week?
Yeah, man.
Don't make it boring.
No, boring.
Anything interesting happened with your?
I mean, everything that happens to me is interesting. First of all, just personally speaking, from my objective.
You can be long-winded with the.
I am long-winded. I apologize, people.
Stuff.
But what I'll say is, in short, life is busy, man. But busy is good. Like right now with work, it's a lot of the thing that makes it so tricky is it's a lot of like on your feet, spontaneous, and so I'm working. I'm working to establish order and systemize and operationalize. But like right now, it's like. A client hits you up. These are things you have to respond to right now. You know what I'm saying?
And it's only fast paced because you don't have too many subordinates.
I hate that word, bro. I hate that word.
Well, too many lower level managers.
I have a resource. Like I don't have any staff. So, absolutely. Yeah, I don't have
in due time. I mean, this is part of the process of starting a business.
Shout out my contractors. Y'all are holding it down.
Oh, you got contractors?
I do.
Cool. How long is a contract?
It's on an annual basis.
Oh, okay.
We renew every year.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
You better be reporting your money. The IRS can come get that.
Shout out to QuickBooks. I'm talking about.
Yeah, I would imagine that the taxes are going to be pretty hectic this year, huh? Or next year?
No, not really.
It'll be next year, right?
I won't get too granular, break it down too deep, but like it's a pass-through entity. It's a single member LLC, so it's taxes are easy. Now I do plan to get into the S corp.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that.
My week was pretty interesting. So we had the baby shower this past weekend, and it was a huge success.
Good time.
Needless to say, I think it's safe to say that Team Thomas really just throws the best events in Houston.
Why JT gotta do that?
What I can't props my team. I can't give props to Team Thomas.
You gotta.
In order to give props, you got shit on the whole city, though. That's the problem.
I didn't shit on the whole city.
We give the best functions in the entire city. Fuck yeah.
The entire city of Humble.
Is that what I said?
You said
okay.
Houston.
All right. An entire subdivision of Humble. Okay. Well, we threw a very successful event.
It was dope.
We had a lot of different games going on, two of which you both participated in. And it was pretty interesting. And and our village just really blessed us with all an array of different gifts. So Keiko's room is completely flooded with just love and intangible gifts. Yeah, for sure.
It's good to go.
But throughout the week, Sam and I were working on setting some of this equipment up, and baby furniture is not easy to put together. You would think that, you know, us being in 2022, the instructions would be pretty straightforward, and they just show you pictures now. They don't even provide like context as to what you do, what's supposed to be connected.
They give you images now,
right?
And an Allen wrench.
And I'm a visual person. I'm a visual learner, but this was quite challenging for me. I literally sat there. Now, granted, I did have like Avengers playing in the background, but
the distractions.
I was literally almost sitting there for almost 2 hours on step 2, trying to figure out how to get the bottom of the car seat connected to the to the top of the car seat.
That was an ADD, bro.
Or not the car seat, the baby rocker. Yeah. So
the more you do, here's some affirmation for your ass.
Yeah.
The more you do, I promise, the easier it get, because I whip that shit together.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So today's topic, ladies and gentlemen.
What we talking about?
Yeah. This is going to be a good one. There is a trend right now just talking about men and women, men versus women, what men want, what women want, what they both want, what they both contribute to relationships, and what they both sacrifice, right? Today, we're going to focus on what men sacrifice in their relationships and what they sacrifice in being in a relationship. And it just kind of got me thinking. I'm like, all right, we know what Gen Pop or general population expects men to sacrifice. But then I started thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, do we actually know what is expected of us to provide and sacrifice?
Society's definition of what we should. I got you.
So, you know, I want to take this moment to like see what you all kind of feel. Just go around the table and feel like what do men actually sacrifice in a relationship? What do we bring to the table? And
the irony in the fact that you got two guys with pregnant women talking about this.
Right.
Yeah. Look, I mean,
that's a good question though.
Yeah.
And so my answer has to be like brought with some so this is good, because when I heard this question, when I heard /hear like from that, when I heard it I had to kind of add some context to it. So for me to answer the question of like sacrifice, I have to talk about a baseline, because for me, sacrifice is going beyond what's expected. Like what drains you, what's more than what you have to do. So I like to kind of start the conversation with like, okay, I like what you said. Status quo. What is expected of a man in a relationship? Okay.
From a societal lens.
Exactly.
Right?
From a societal perspective, I would say
bills.
I mean, there is a certain level of fiscal responsibility. Absolutely.
The game had put that statement out saying that, you know, if a man doesn't take care of all the bills across the board, then you're not a man.
What works for you?
How do y'all feel about that statement, though? Like, do y'all believe that a man should take care of every single financial bill?
This is 2022 at this point.
He was saying shit just to whatever.
Do you think he take care of all the bills?
That's not realistic.
Because in the same breath, he was also talking about fuck bitches, get money. So it's like, okay.
Yeah.
So I would say,
I don't agree. I don't
do
agree.
What works
with
for you, bro?
I believe in a half and half.
You're gonna get a lot of flack for that
situation, and that's okay. That's my steez. That's, you know, how I run.
Hey.
You know, my household.
What works for you?
You run the household?
Right.
Oh shit.
You said, do I run the
You
household?
said you
Yes,
run the
I do.
household. That's how I run my household.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is it a
I'm not a
sacrifice to
I'm
run
not a
the
dictator,
household?
huh?
Is it a sacrifice to run the household?
It's an expectation. It depends on who you are and what your upbringing is.
No,
to me,
he's asking you.
it wasn't necessarily. Yeah, I know, nigga. I'm getting there. Shit. It's not a sacrifice to me, TJ.
Is it a sacrifice?
But what it is, it's an expectation. My upbringing, I grew up in a single parent household, single mother who raised four children.
Yes.
My brother, my older brother, he's 9 years older than me. Chris, he was the man of the house. He was considered the man of the house, and he got that term from my mother.
Male privilege,
right?
Presence, yeah,
right. Because we didn't have any father figures except for my youngest sister's father. He was the only real father figure in our lives that was present consistently, and still to this day is.
Shouts to him.
And he helped coin and solidify the term for my brother when he came into the picture. Like, yeah, like Chris is holding it down. for his younger siblings. And so
What
he
does
was not
holding it
only
down mean? Like what does being man of the house? That kind of goes back to like.
so
this
when he
idea.
when he eventually was able to get a job and make finances, he would contribute to the finances to like the bills of the house, to groceries. He was making ends meet as well and helping my moms
So
out
it
with the
comes back
bills.
to money again.
Yeah, for sure. And also just making sure that we got up for school and and just making sure that we were doing good with our grades as well. And then when the buck was passed to me after he left the house, I had to just make sure that all the women were protected in the house.
So
had to learn like self-defense to a certain extent, and it was really just protective over my siblings and my mother, and making sure that they received the utmost respect outside of our threshold in our own household. So yeah, I mean, like being a man of the house is the
In a house
expectation,
full of women,
right? And
Mind
so right, yeah.
Yeah, so that's another degree.
Yeah.
I think being raised with sisters is different than being raised with brothers. And so I think being raised in a house where you're the man of the house in a house full of women, it's another level of it's another degree of responsibility. The two things I can distill from that is like, okay, we know there's a fiduciary monetary responsibility to some capacity for a man, but there's also protection. There's that physical. So, okay, will y'all agree that that's something you feel you're responsible for doing? That's an obligation. That's not really sacrifice. That's what I'm expected to do.
Protection
And like having some kind of financial responsibility. Like,
oh yeah, I mean 100%. I think that's the protection piece is just like being a man. I think that's like
I agree. Yeah.
Like, no matter what kind of person you are, whether you're like ready to fight anybody who talked to you wrong or not ready to fight, when it comes down to it, it comes down to you and yours, your family, your wife, X, Y, and Z. Like I think it becomes a no-brainer. Like you know what I mean? That's just unspoken. But the financial thing, I think, is what people all have different ideas
especially
of, and
today.
I think it's just I mean, people that somebody said, and it's not even have to be said. I think the biggest reason why relationships don't make it is because of finances.
I mean, that's
just real talk. Like you could have everything quote unquote working out good. You guys got good jobs. One person has a good job. This and that. But when shit hits the fan, or when like y'all don't have a solid foundation on if y'all don't have each other's back, that's why I think it's deeper than finances. Because like when finances fall apart, then is it like I mean,
well, the sacrifice,
what's your fallback?
The sacrifice aspect of finances is when you got to step up and acquire 2 or 3 jobs to provide not only just the foundational cut, and we're clearly talking about people that are already in relationships, established relationships at this point. That's what that financial component is not only just providing just the foundation, which is covering all the bills and keeping the lights on,
but is that the foundation? Are we agreeing that that's the baseline?
No, because it's
covering all the bills.
But that's what Gen Pop aligns with, is
Society.
handling like handling the bills. That is the foundation.
I don't know that's the majority.
I don't know that that's like.
I got friends who they don't have to even be a relationship. I have friends who are single who have met solid girls and women, or who met solid women who it just doesn't work out because they're not paying half for a flight. They're not paying. They're not flying a girl out somewhere.
Yeah, but we're talking about
vacation.
Sacrifice though. Like
right. So that's what I'm saying. So when you say sacrifice though, you were saying sacrificing as far as like, all right, man, you got to take care of it.
Yeah, going above, like going past the half meter mark, like.
So that's the question. What is sacrifice?
And that's your level of sacrifice. Taking upon more than just the half.
Right.
So okay, that's good. Because he said half, it's 50-50 in this bitch. So
yes. And you exceed
beyond that half
by getting a second job.
But for game and some niggas, like beyond 100% is when it's sacrifice. Anything beyond or before that is obligatory. He expects to do all the bills. So you're saying, for me, it's 50%. Then that's sacrifice. He not sacrificed till he do over 100%.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? So what's sacrifice to you?
Is going beyond the commitment. What you and your partner or partners have agreed to, as far as your contribution. If my contribution is 30% and I'm in a polygamous relationship and it's 3 of us and I give my 33% and then I go above and beyond by contributing 45, I'm just speaking hypothetically.
Okay. That's real specific.
No, I don't have a second wife or I don't have a sister wife or anything. Even though it is an interesting concept.
She had
but
a room over here and her name was Alicia. Hey man, what are you doing, dog? That's a real person. Is it really?
Well, I will say though, keep in mind that, you know, like a sacrifice does stem from loss or
Facts. Yeah.
you know, maybe something that
You have to feel that.
right is lost or replaced, or you know. So when you go back to your conversation about finances, how do we increase our finances? Well, we have to go to work more, right? We have to put in more time.
Yeah.
So we're sacrificing our time now spent with other people or a certain person.
And that's another aspect, and that's the actual next point that we're going to get into is time. And that's Todd Strayhorn, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, our content manager behind the scenes. So now we're in the space of time. So what does sacrificial time look like to you, D?
I mean, okay, so I'm gonna do this 2 parts. One, what I think is obligatory of me, what is just required of me as a man in my eyes from whatever reason, and then I'm gonna get into the sacrifice piece because I do think it's important for men to talk about sacrifice. Women, we know you sacrifice. I got a pregnant wife. We know you carry my baby. It's hard as shit. I know. But everyone is be sacrificed. So I would say 2 things. One, from the perspective of we talking about time, there's a certain level of time you have to give to not only a lady but your baby. Like you gotta give it to him, and whatever. It's different for everybody. My lady quality time is one of her love languages, so I gotta give a little more than probably the guy who has a lady who prefers gifts and just buy her some goddamn a nice bag or something. Give her some money so she can go get her nails done in a spa day. She don't, you know what I'm saying, kick it with you like that, but it's different for everybody. So,
depends on the type of woman that you have too.
100%. And so mine needs to see me be around me a lot. So time, there's like that baseline is high. So then beyond that, I'll be honest, I don't really experience where I feel drained or sacrifice a lot of time. Mainly because of the fact that I know hers is high. And I will say this, pro tip. Fellas, ladies, whoever, your partner, I would say take the time to get to know their love language and what they need, because from a time perspective, I know quality time, QT is high on her list, right? Mine too, actually. So like
quality time.
Yeah. And so like I give that. I know I have to give that, but it's only because I want to keep that equilibrium. So I spend the time to like invest in that, but I ain't gonna front. Sometimes we fall short and that's not always pretty. So I would say, yeah, does it become a sacrifice sometimes? Yeah. But I don't know. I don't really see. You
sacrifice time, Courtney?
Yeah, I think everybody sacrifices time.
But what does that look like?
What does it look like?
Mind you, Kendra's sitting across from him right now.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
No, I mean, we just
scared, nigga? Come on, man. Get it out.
For like, just as a man, there's times you want to just do nothing.
Oh, that's a fact.
I think men.
Yes.
I think the thing
You
that's
hit it
different
right
is
on the
like
head, man.
men are very. I think men are very simple. Now, and not everyone's the same, but
we want to play video games. We want to like just chill. We want to sleep.
I can speak for myself.
Time
too,
for you, whatever it is.
Yeah. Like for me, it doesn't take much at all for me to be content, happy. Like I don't, and that's just maybe me personally, but I don't. It's not a lot.
Yeah,
I can just be happy with like everything I got. Like family, like everyone in the same household, everything's good. We ain't got no problems.
Yeah,
cool. I don't need no, you know what I mean? Like, but when it comes to time, like you said, some people prefer to have quality time. Like Kendra loves to eat together.
Yes,
and that's the thing
that's
that I
dog. That's a rule.
Oh my gosh, man!
At the dinner table.
Yeah, I don't. Wow. I grew up where when the food was ready, we kind of just ate when we ate.
Yeah.
Or if we had this thing before where like if she's out on the other side of town, I'm on this side of town. She even wants to get Chick-fil-A at the same time. Yeah, like, I'll pick it up and bring it home. Like, nah, I want my shit.
Yeah, like I'm ready to eat right now.
So I'm gonna go to my Chick-fil-A close to me. You go to your. Wait,
that's so important to them. That's so. Look, I can't tell you how many like countless NFL, NBA games I've missed with the boys, or even just like, you know, when I'm playing fantasy and I don't get to watch the game, so I have to like kind of just watch the game through the points that I'm accumulating on fantasy because I gotta watch fucking 90 Day Fiance with Sam, or I gotta, or we have to find, dude,
a sacrifice,
yo, the sacrifice of like, I still haven't even watched fucking Mayor of Kingstown yet.
Hey,
I haven't even
just finished that.
I haven't even finished season 2 of Snowfall.
No idea what that is.
Because
That's terrible.
I have to watch the same shit
Damn.
with wifey.
So that's hold on. Let's get this man. That's
She let you watch your shows, bro?
No, I gotta find my own time, and when the time that I don't have with wifey is dedicated to work or dedicated to spending time and making time with family and friends. And I'm just, dude, I got a fucking PS5. I got 6 games on the PS5 that are still in the package, wrapped. That I got from Black fucking Friday, and still
he feels some type of way about that.
haven't made time. But that time is coming. Trust me.
You know what though?
Actually, the time is not
It's
coming.
not. It is the opposite of your, bro. You are getting less time now,
Dude.
I hope you know that.
I like to be optimistic.
Let me have that PS5.
No, absolutely not.
No, just let me put it in my house. It's still yours.
That's how petty I am. I just invite Courtney over just so that he can see.
I don't play
it,
games anyway.
like collecting
you can
dust.
always lease it.
Bro, I gotta.
Just lease it out a couple months.
You have one.
I know, but I have more time.
I got
Actually,
2K.
Oh, you want some of the games? Yeah, I'll lend you some of the games.
Bro, I
sure.
bought 2K for $20 for Black Friday. I don't even know where it's at.
Video games was part of my steez growing up, man. It was like, you know,
Yeah,
playing with
ditto.
action figures. It was like watching video games. It was like going to the movies. Yeah, clearly with the toy cabinet, the curio cabinet. But yeah, like I like watching movies. I love watching like my anime and my shows, like my heist shows and my cartel shows. I love video games, and I love like hanging with my boys, and I love talking shit over any type of game that's on the TV. NFL,
Question.
NBA, hell, it could be NHL. Like, I don't know shit about hockey.
Well, yeah, when they get to scrapping, that's it.
Oh yeah, UFC. Me and TJ are humongo excited for the fight this weekend. And but I already have it wired that I'm probably already have it. The expectation that I'm probably not going to be able to watch it because I'm gonna be with wifey and with family.
So you answered one of so my question to y'all. Okay, so y'all. Okay, I get it. Yes, right. Like
That's a sacrifice, America.
100%.
God damn.
But here's the thing.
Pissed me off already.
The things that we can't do because we have to do what we have to do, right? So I dig that. How do y'all deal with that, though? Like, how do you find the time? Clearly, you're not playing a PS5 because them games are still in the packages. How do you...
This is how I deal with it, D. Like, I'm such an optimistic person. I just believe that I am going to get the time eventually. The time will come. Like, but look, hey, look, and furthermore, this is how I really stay hopeful to our listeners. I make lists. I have a what to watch list, literally in my notes.
I do too.
And I just add to the continuity. Like, all right, I see a show.
Check them shits off ever?
Yeah. I like,
okay.
Like once in a blue moon. And look, instead of actually using my lunch break to go and eat lunch, I will like
nigga, that's not what I'm talking about.
I will like make a lunch from the previous day.
Well, I mean, whatever works.
And put it in a container. And all I have to do is just sit that bitch in the oven or in the air fryer for like 3 minutes, and I go and set up the Netflix or the Funimation or the HBO Max and get my shit ready. And I know I got 15 minutes or 30 minutes. And I know the episode is an hour long. I'm gonna finish the second half of that bitch tomorrow.
Logistician.
Yeah, you gotta plan for it. If you really value your time,
get coochie. You gotta map it out. You know you're gonna go to sleep, so you gotta.
And that's another. You said coochie.
Hey man,
that's another thing we sacrifice, fellas.
What's that?
When we want some,
no,
and she's like, I'm tired.
No, you got to. No, sorry.
No, granted, you're a fucking lion. We know that your sex addict crave is always satisfied because you freaking are predatory with your shit. You go and get your shit. You fucking lying.
Listen, everybody has a different level of. Yo, what is I don't know where we're going, but everybody has a different level of like. And that's everything. We have different appetites. We have different. You know what I'm saying? We all thirst for different things differently.
I'm talking to the people. To the guys who have ladies who have either lost their sex drive or it was never really kind of like there. It was spicy at the beginning or before like the relationship.
Before you dig yourself,
I'm not talking about myself. Okay. I'm talking like to the listener. Like, and I'm going across the whole spectrum. By the way,
I think you're onto something. I think would y'all agree? I don't want to speak for everybody. Would y'all agree though that it usually starts off spicier and more frequently and all kind of shit, and then like the longer you're together, it kind of levels out?
No, I keep that shit juicy in the bedroom, man. It stay hot. Shit has even gotten better, like throughout the relationship, for sure.
This cap like
no, it ain't no.
This cap like a motherfucker, bro. You're like pregnant as fuck right now. What are you talking about?
And that's when it's the best, nigga.
Listen, you on to something there, goddamn.
Yeah, come on now.
That was an ad for something.
Tag in.
You on to something right there.
Hey man, but
only in certain trimesters though.
No, but for real though, like. It's like there comes a time where there's going to be those moments where you're looking forward to, getting active during the day or at night or whenever, right? And she's just like not in the mood.
Sacrifice.
And that's a sacrifice. Like we have to hold back our sex drive for their sake of comfort.
I would agree actually with you on this one. I don't mind.
And then the way that things are in society now, like you have to get consent with everything, right?
Well, I mean, we should all.
I'm sorry. Not. Let me rephrase that.
Bruh. We should all be getting consent.
Back then, we need to.
Yo, give me that pussy.
Give me that.
Girl, give me that.
It's terrible. All of our songs are so toxic. I mean, it's terrible. Not women are the toxic ones.
The point that I'm basically just trying to make is that you just have to constantly be considerate of her feelings. If she's not in the mood, then you got to hold off and put it off until whenever she's ready. When she's ready, sometimes you might not even necessarily be in the mood, but you are like, well, I'm not going to pass up this opportunity. Let me satisfy her. And even that's the other side of it. That's even a sacrifice. You satisfying her sex crave and her wants and her needs because that's what she needs. That's what she wants. And you want to keep wifey happy.
Somebody gonna make a comment. JT spitting.
But that's that adage too. Is happy wife, happy life, right?
No. Hold on. I'm gonna stop you right there.
Right. Why?
I don't believe in that shit. Listen, of course, happy wife, happy life, but no. I do believe in equilibrium. I do believe that men have feelings, and we're in this era where they want men to emote more and to be more emotionally intelligent and talk. Well, then in that case, I believe in happy spouse, happy house. We both got to be happy in this motherfucker. Not just
so all you did was just reword the shit? It's the same shit.
No, it's a different concept. Think about it. Happy wife, happy life. Where the fuck are you in that equation? You don't exist. Happy spouse, happy house. We both spouses. We both got to be happy. Not just my wife.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that. We can't just
be making her happy. What the fuck I'm doing over here?
Good thing. That's why we need context, right?
True. She could be happy and you can be in her life.
Yeah.
But not necessarily in the same house.
That's a fact. No, it's married couples that like sleep in different era, like in different rooms,
which is
shit.
Nuts.
It's crazy.
You might as well.
I want to take this moment and direct this directly to the women listeners. Like, what do you feel women listening right now? What do you feel you sacrifice in the relationship? We're out here talking about the things that we sacrifice, such as like time, satisfying your feelings and your cravings, whether that be emotionally, sexually, physically, emotionally. What do you all feel like that you sacrifice in the relationship for us? And then we can, of course, pivot right back. What's up, Chris?
Can I trade with him?
Huh?
Can I trade with him for a second?
Oh, you want the mic?
Just for a second.
Yeah. Go ahead, big dog.
Absolutely.
Go ahead and all you got to do is just pass him the mic.
Slide it.
Oh shit, Chris Anderson is about to get on the mic, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I'm a little tipsy.
You don't even need the headphones, but yeah.
I don't need no headphones?
No, you don't.
You're good. You
Okay.
good.
So my perspective is hearing you guys say sacrifice. I've been the breadwinner of every relationship I've ever been in. So I hit 6 figures when I was 20 years old.
God damn, bro. Congrats. That's a
Oil and
huge.
gas shit. But the sacrifice was leaving my family, my wife, or current relationship, and always traveling. I've always traveled.
Yeah.
So your sacrifice is sex. And a lot of people will be like, I'm going to sacrifice some things. And the breadwinner mostly is the man because women are so kind of like kicked to the bottom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They don't make as much as us.
Yeah. Hey.
That's a fact. And it's like, but see,
that's probably a society. Like, it's like a society.
That's a
thing
bigger
too.
thing.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of women. I mean, we get to a different age where women are demanding, like, I want to get paid just as much.
Yeah.
And also too, it's just not the same no more. Like, women are working just as much as men are.
That's
so,
what I was gonna say.
Yeah. So when, like the financial thing, that's why I think the financial thing is changing. It's no longer just like, oh, you got the wife at home cooking, cleaning, this and that. Because the wife is working,
Cooking and cleaning.
And
Like,
she's twice as educated too.
And she's operating at the equivalent of like an executive level in your vertical. It's like, damn.
you said cooking and cleaning. I know for a fact that's going to be number 1 through 4 on women's list of what they feel like they sacrifice.
It's kind of confusing because it's like, as a man, I mean, you would have to kind of set gender roles in a sense.
So you got to start with a baseline.
Like, as a man, I cook more in my household.
Facts.
So I'm the better cook.
I'm a better cook overall. Yeah,
But that's not common.
I have a passion for it.
And she knows that.
That's not common according to society, though. The traditional activities or
I think nowadays it is though. Like I look
nowadays,
at a lot of my
yes.
Like the men.
So
cook
tradition
as much
versus
as, or-
tradition versus modern. Like traditional, we're talking about women being the queen of the house,
the homemaker,
right?
Rearing the children.
Yeah, rearing the children, taking care of the children.
At one period of time, I spent a lot of time as a single father, so I'm a recipient of child support.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, you really speaking your truth, son.
I have, yeah.
That's a different perspective.
I've been through court. That's why I say I got a different perspective on it as far as sacrifice. So, like, I got to argue with my baby mama about shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the baby mama. So, you know what I'm saying?
Baby daddy drama, like about.
So it's like,
Y'all think that men sacrifice through the activity of chores around the house, like laundry, cleaning and cooking, if you will,
I think
in the house?
That's not like getting into that kind of stuff. I wouldn't consider anything around the house sacrificial. Because the thing is, no matter what, it's your house and it's her house.
All right, so how about this? What about your say?
Like what
is a sacrifice?
Your input,
then?
your say, like your input, you get to dictate what happens this weekend
You gotta
or
get
tonight.
shit up sometimes.
That's I think that's relationship specific too. So like
Interior decoration,
and that's another point. So I think for me, once again, y'all know me. I'm real, like I told you, simple. Sometimes I just like, I'm okay with the battles. I'm okay with losing a ton of battles that I don't care about.
Yeah.
Like I don't care about certain things. I'm like, cool. Like let's just do it. Like fine, cool. But there are certain things that I'm like, you got to have your say on things that matter most to you. You know what I'm saying?
So let's use interior decoration for example, right? So you don't necessarily care about what goes on the wall or what goes in the living room.
No,
But you do.
But I care about the TV. That's it.
You care about the TV and what?
It's just
the bedroom?
I don't care, bro.
You don't care about the master bedroom?
I don't.
The thing you care about though. So I learned this shit, right? Like
The nigga Courtney lying, bro. You don't care about the height of the bed?
No.
You don't care about what type of mattress you
my
get?
daddy don't give a shit about none of that.
When
The
I say
color
I
of
don't
the curtain.
What your daddy got to do with this?
A lot of men don't give a shit about the interior decoration.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Traditionally, my granddad didn't give a damn about what color pillows my grandma put on the couch. He didn't give a fuck. He cared about what was on that
Boy, the
table.
Mississippi coming out of
What
D,
size
right?
the TV was. Right.
My granddaddy don't give a damn about what them drapes going on in the living room.
That's a fact, bro. Like,
I mean, yeah, it just don't.
did you give a shit about that?
It doesn't like. Who cares?
Courtney cares.
That
How
shit
you
give
gonna
me,
tell me how? I don't,
Because I know you, bro.
that shit give me
No,
plastic wrap for all I care.
I'm like, I'm not gonna sleep on a brick. Like my mattress can't be
We're
like.
talking about
But
decoration.
she's not either.
No,
so it's
decoration
like,
wise, I don't. Yes, I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. So-
gentlemen,
Gentlemen.
is that we're gonna have a nice mattress.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
So to that point, I don't want to run past it. I think this is something I learned was when it comes to that shit. You said choose your battles, nigga. That is it because we start doing this scale thing with me and my lady, right? Where we would be like, okay, for me, this TV thing, it's a 10 on a scale of 0 to 10. That's a
Right.
10 for me, love. But the color couch, that's a 3-4. I don't. But for her, if it's a 6-7, well then you got a little more weight. So
Yeah.
I'm a compromise. We had to do an algorithm with this. Shit
Look,
right here. I'm telling
Did
you.
you
Hey.
say you got a little bit more weight?
I mean, yeah.
So you
give it.
tell me you're heavier than you?
Nah, nigga. He trying to get me in trouble. Nah, nigga. I ain't say that.
That's what you said. I was just making sure.
Nah, in terms of the scale, she had a little, it was
What about what you put in the pantry? You know, like, or what y'all are.
I don't put.
Or I'll take it a step
Shenanigans in
further,
the
like
pantry.
dining out.
I pay for that.
I'm bad with that.
I pay for that 100% of the
I'm a
time.
power lifter, and then you know,
Well, yeah,
I eat.
okay. You eat a lot. Yeah.
What if-
But do you pay
when
for the
the-
food all the time?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh, okay, so you don't. So you don't sacrifice.
Yeah.
I will leave them. I'm leaving everybody at the house.
So you don't sacrifice when it comes to food, Chris.
What you mean?
So you don't sacrifice. Like
Fuck
you
I'm
dictate.
sorry. No, I don't at all.
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
so,
that's
she
a
sacrifices.
10 for you.
I will not.
Yeah.
So, but you know, she doesn't either. Like, she doesn't cook as much as I do. So, but I cook a lot.
Yeah.
So I make sure I cook. I do the meal preps thing. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But I sneak out from the meal prepping. You know what I'm saying? I'll leave her to eat that shit. You got that.
Courtney, I know somebody who sneaks out all the
You just told on
time.
yourself right now.
Courtney
Man,
be-
when that Popeyes chicken sandwich, like
Wow.
6 months before that Popeyes chicken sandwich was hot, I was all
You was
over
already
the
on
place.
it.
Grease all over my face, sitting in the car. That was me.
That's hilarious.
How about when it comes to the holidays, right? And you're determining whose house we're going to go to. Courtney, when it comes to holidays, like, do you stay put, or like, do you even care if y'all go to y'all's parents'?
nah, it's the same. Yeah, it's the same. We switch it up.
I think your parents just have that expectation. Like, Courtney is going to come over. So I guess she would be
That's real,
the one
though.
that sacrifices in that standpoint, huh?
No, I mean, we got to know each other, right? So like she's like once again, my family dynamic is way different than hers. Her family is they're not saying, okay, how do I explain this?
Y'all listening right now?
They plan a lot better than my family does.
Yeah, that's
My family is
Your family
like
black?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah,
So
okay.
I mean, but it's just like, oh, Christmas time. We always do it on Christmas Eve, but if I ever have to pip, it's not a big thing for me to tell my family, hey guys, like this year, can we do it on Christmas? They're like, okay, cool.
Yeah, whatever.
We all do it on Christmas. Like it's not a big,
Okay, so they're more
but-
flexible a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
I think for her, it's more so like, well, what are we doing in the state? Because it's more family coming in. It's this and that. So you gotta, you know what I'm
you gotta
saying?
map it out a little bit
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
I mean, that makes sense.
As a man, I think I would pick who does more. You know, over. I'm not just going to bring my woman to a house where we just finna sit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because she gonna get mad.
If she doesn't enjoy that, because like
Yeah.
my lady's an introvert, she don't mind just sitting, bro.
No, Kirsten,
But, like, me?
she,
Oh, yeah, I
she
know.
gotta move. Yeah,
Yeah, that's hell. She like me. I can't just be sitting around.
she
Somebody
sitting around.
talk to me.
She gonna give me ugly looks, and then I just it's a rough night.
It goes back to what you said,
Dude.
dude. Knowing you gotta know your person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's definitely a sacrifice in our household, just because, you know, all her family is actually in Houston. My family is kind of spread out, just all throughout the states, to be honest, and in Texas itself. And there have been several different holidays where I didn't get to really see most of my family.
Yeah.
And we saw all of hers, but then there's also been holidays where we saw all my family, and we didn't, and she didn't get to really see any of hers except for her primary family as well.
Yeah.
So it's I say in that instance, it's a mutual understanding and a mutual relationship. But I know other people that are constantly always sacrificing because their family may be in another country or another state, and they have to go make their own time outside of the relationship to go see their family. So, I know how tough and heavy that can be. So I would definitely think that would be,
got a question for
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so you guys are pretty balanced, and I would say so are we. do you have times where whether you classify this as sacrifice or not, where y'all spend time like holidays with just y'all two? Because like for us, we made sure that we spent like we notched out when Christmas was on my side. I was like, look, we ain't going to Mississippi this year. It's just us at my house, me, you, Jewel, like just our little family. We doing our thing, and that was kind of a sacrifice because we had to push our family. Like it's just us right now.
We did that for Thanksgiving a couple of years back. We went to Disney World just by ourselves. And but that's because Thanksgiving is kind of dying down as a tradition for both of our families.
Oh, for y'all, okay.
Yeah. So shout out to all the families and the people that are keeping that tradition alive. Hey. But that's a tradition that is non-traditional to us now. I mean, we eat seafood for Thanksgiving now.
I mean, that's tradition for some people.
And then you got Black Friday and Black Thursday. That's like infiltrating the holiday now.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Cyber Monday, exactly. Giving Tuesday. All of that is kind of infiltrating the. Y'all probably even heard that shit. Huh?
I ain't heard that one.
Is it free?
No, that's when you donate.
Donation.
What was the day?
Giving Tuesday.
Giving Tuesday. You never heard of that? It's the Tuesday after.
Free to me.
Yeah, y'all not
the day
philanthropic
after,
or no? Yeah.
I ain't never heard of
Cyber Monday. It's the day after Cyber Monday.
So I have so let's so bringing it back to sacrifice. My question is, of all the things y'all talk about, y'all sacrifice. How do men work to get that? Like, what's the answer? You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. You're
communication. Look, I've said it. I said it in season 1, season 2, season 3. I'm gonna say it again in season 4.
But you just said also you still don't do the things that you
that's a fact
want to do.
Well, let me elaborate. All right, so I do bring it to the table. We constantly communicate about what I'm looking forward to, and even though it's an understanding, it's a compromise, right? It's a happy medium, but those things don't exist without communication.
Right.
You gotta talk and discuss things in order to reach a compromise, to negotiate.
Compromise, another C.
Yeah, to get to the negotiating terms, to figure out, okay, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, that's JT's day, where JT gets to dictate what's going to be played on the TV, and then every other day of the week, it's free game. It's what Sam wants to do. On the weekends, we'll go out and venture out, and it might be my weekend, it might be hers. Sometimes it's not either of ours because it's our families. So I think communication not only is like the number one important factor, the most important factor of determining sacrifice, but also just the key component of in the core of your relationship, hands down.
So, okay, fellas, we're talking about sacrifice. I'm curious, and I mean, this can be like kind of a closing point. What is something that y'all feel is like one of the biggest sacrifices that you have to make in your relationships? Because we talk about a lot of shit, money, time. What is something you feel is the biggest sacrifice? It touches you the most.
It's the time. It's the
for you. I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the time that I want to dedicate to myself, to satisfy my needs, such as video games or time with my boys.
Stuff you want to do.
Yeah, things that that personally make me happy, that brings me happiness, just on an independent level. That is the number one thing that.
Why you laughing? That sounds selfish, or what? Why you laughing at that?
Nah.
Ask that nigga.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
So, are we talking about sacrifice to a woman or sacrifice to your family?
In a relationship with your partner.
Man, them kids, man.
If you have them,
my son's 9.
Yeah,
and my daughter is 10. So they take up everything. It gets
no. He's asking what's the biggest thing that you sacrifice
for the
kids.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah. That's real.
It becomes where you feel like you're almost a team against your kids. That's how much you sacrifice for the kids. Like that shit.
Well, y'all okay? Yeah, maybe y'all have 2 kids who that makes sense.
And they're older.
Yeah,
so like
exactly. Yeah,
soccer practice, cheerleading,
it's more demanding.
Money.
Yeah,
clothes. They start having preferences.
Who's more expensive, girl or boy? Because they around the same age.
Girls.
Now. Girls.
My son will walk out the house. He don't give a fuck about nothing. lips chapped. Like, bruh, he walked out with new shorts and Jordans on one day. It was straight.
It was good.
You gotta mess with him. You know,
I was taking D's question as like he's asking, what's the biggest thing that you sacrifice?
Biggest thing, yeah.
Yeah, like so. What's the biggest thing that you give up?
I think time.
Sound like
So it's time for you too.
Yeah.
So we aligned on that. Time is the number one thing that we give up.
For me, I'll be honest.
When is it for you?
Time is up there. I'll be honest. It's top
Because it's
2.
definitely not sex. Like we know you take and you don't give.
Stop. Nigga, what? Hold on, where Russ at? What? I give a lot. Shit, that's my wife. But nah, for me, it's like time is, I think, gonna be at the top, right? Because whatever, time is at the top.
So what's the other thing?
The other thing for me is like comfort, G, because a lot of the stuff that I had to do that felt sacrificial for me was stuff I wasn't really comfortable with at first. Like when I used to take baby girl to daycare, I had to do her hair every fucking morning. Every morning I had to part her hair. I had like 3 solid styles. But imagine, you can't send a little black girl to school looking any kind of way.
Yeah, you can't.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to make sure her shit was on point. Her parts were straight. Her ponytail was pulled well, slick back gel. I had to learn how to take care of hair.
So wifey would rely on you to do that?
Every morning.
Why?
Different schedules.
Different schedule. It's
because she's the first one out of the house.
She has to be there at 7. I ain't have to be at work till like 9 or some shit. And I work from home.
Oh
too.
Yeah, then you gotta.
She had to be there till 8, and I ain't have to be plugged in till like 8:30.
Crazy,
9.
actually.
Yeah, you gotta hold that down.
Had to hold
now
down.
that I understand the question more.
Yeah.
I had to sacrifice money.
Okay.
Because like I say, I travel. But
see the big spender right here. I told you.
I used to love to make money. Like I like to have a high income because I don't know how to budget. I invest in stuff. But still
what did you like spending money on?
I like everything.
What you want?
What you want? I'm
so
spending money
food,
on
clothes.
Like we went out right now. I'm buying shots. You know, whatever. I like to be comfortable.
Spending money on your leisure. Okay.
I like everybody to be comfortable too. So like, let's have a good time. Let's not have nobody regret nothing. Hey, I make it. We good.
We okay.
I got y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But her, she told me, shit, I ain't get in this relationship for you to be gone all the time. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
That hit you different. Yeah.
What about you, Courtney?
I've been trying to think of like if time was it. I think it's either time or like Dino said.
You comfort?
No, I think one thing that I'm in right now is I'm in a very I'm just getting into this phase of like what I really what I want to do, like my goals, I guess, and all that stuff. I'm like outside of just work and stuff. So like this, when you say time, yeah, it's time, but I think it's also just like this. I'm trying to like find a word. Maybe it's just being selfish.
I feel like you just opened up a new gate of like I think we didn't talk about goals.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
goals is there's definitely a component.
You have to be selfish and sacrifice for goals. That's a fact,
right?
Yeah.
Like perfect example, right? So those who know me and for our listeners, like I'm in the performing arts and. God damn it! I'm so sorry, Courtney. I definitely cut you off.
No, go.
Keep going. Okay, all right. Well, yeah, I'm in the performing arts. That's my background. I was when I graduated high school. Courtney, you remember this? Like I was auditioning. I had to make a decision between auditioning for the American Musical and Dramatic Academy, which has 2 campuses in California and in New York, or auditioning for So You Think You Can Dance. Dropped So You Think You Can Dance. Did the Conservatory Academy and. Got accepted. Would have went to LA. They wanted to send me to LA. I wanted to go to New York for Broadway. They didn't give me all of the money, so I made the decision to then pivot. Yeah, make a hard pivot to college. That's where I met my wifey, and then started going down that path. Right, that was a hard decision and a hard sacrifice, but I just had to kind of let my other goals take priority because I do want to eventually have a family. I do, want to satisfy my other goals of traveling and to, that was a large ass. Bro, you burped right in the fucking mic, dog. We definitely heard that. It's like a frog in your throat, dog.
I try not to.
You got to be better with podcast etiquette. I know this is your first time on the pod, but bro, that is unacceptable.
I will never do that again.
Good, noted.
I'm trying to back. I was like, let me back.
God damn it.
Yo,
God damn it, Chris.
One thing about what you're saying, Tizzle.
Good mics here.
This is a really good mic.
Y'all invested.
It's different. I lost it. It's gone.
Well, let me finish it. So like fast forward into us being together now, right? About to hit our 9-year anniversary, by the way.
Hey,
and
baby on the way.
I've had to sacrifice. There were times where I wanted to get back into the arts, into script writing, into to acting and being part of the shows that are here in the local community, and then getting back into my dance shit and going to the studio and teaching and being part of like competitions and things of that nature. I can't do that.
You bring a really good point, bro.
Yeah.
So, okay, question then. Do you feel, and this is to everyone, do you feel, it sounds like what I'm hearing, and I can say for me, it's a yes. I'll just go ahead and set the baseline. It's a yes. It's a soft yes, but it's a yes. Do you feel that in order to maintain your relationship to some degree, you've had to sacrifice a lot of what you maybe wanted to do to some degree? This is why I say that. You're a brother who had like certain goals. Every one of us have certain things we were already like we're invested in, right? Whether it's investments, whether it's our own businesses or our own like creative endeavors. I feel to some degree, in order to make just life work, which is inclusive of like, of course, a kid, a wife, a house, I had to pull back the reins on what I wanted to do for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Is that a big piece of it? Because I'm hearing about like what you wanted to do, and like you have to temper those expectations.
I'm not a selfish guy by nature. I'm not. I'm learning to be selfish now more than ever because others have been encouraging me to be more selfish. JT, you do a lot for others. You do a lot for the people you love, and they don't necessarily reciprocate the same energy back. And I've even voiced that, right? Hence why they give me the feedback in the first place. And so, but when it comes to like my intimate circle and shit, a step further, my actual relationship, yeah, man, I it would make me more happy to see her happy and fulfilling her goals. And I would be like, you know what? I'm content with not reaching 100% of my goals because I get to achieve 150% by seeing her achieve her goals. And that's worthwhile. And so, but there's always, I won't lie though, like it's always a piece of me that feels like I just want to know like what the other side looks like. Like what if I would have went on to complete that? That what if shit is real, man.
The last episode you actually spoke to your not dirty secret. What was it? The
guilty pleasure.
Guilty pleasure being working on things that are kind of like not business appropriate. As a photographer and videographer, I've found that I've had many opportunities to do that might excel me, but I'd have to kick them to the side because I have a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like people come to me with like OnlyFans stuff. Or like, more sexual content and stuff. It's like, man, I could really make a killing if I get into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, make some money if I get into it.
That's real shit.
But you sacrifice it because it's like, nah, I ain't even finna take that route.
And you got to sacrifice, like, shit, I would sacrifice it because I'm like, damn, that's temptation right there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm about to open and pop of that shit in front of me while I'm shooting your camera.
That goes back to professional morality, yo.
Courtney, you found that comical?
I deliberately bunny hopped right over that.
Cause you popping that pussy in front of me.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous. No, like
I mean, I've actually worked and had to shoot boudoir photos, and had to, you contain yourself, of course, but some of those situations you run into where people are a little bit more flirtatious or business is more lax. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you sometimes have to sacrifice that because
it'll be dangerous for you. That's a fact. That's
she be watching me in my sleep.
She'll slit your wrist a little bit.
Courtney?
She from Greenspoint for
throat.
No.
All right, man. I'm listening to y'all. I think y'all are saying kind of like what was my point was is when you talk about sacrificing, it's not even really about okay. What did
you give up? Did you give up basketball?
It's not about the relationship anymore. It's really like you're sacrificing within yourself.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because like You want to do all these things yourself. You want to be, you want to do your own playwriting. Yeah, you low key can do what you want. But at the end of the day, as we get older, there's certain things that mean more.
Yeah. Right.
So although it's a quote unquote sacrifice, like me having a wife, me having kids, me having a house, like that's,
so it's beyond the relationship at this point.
Well, the relationship is what makes you realize that that's more important than me spending all day working on this, getting home at like 10. You know what I'm saying? Being tired all day. Your value of your life is just not like where it should be. You know what I'm saying? So,
I got you.
I feel you. And I like that point because at that phase of your life, these new objectives may end up translating or transforming into new goals. You know what I'm saying? So, and at that point, is it still a sacrifice?
It's not really a sacrifice. I guess you just like start to look at things a little different. Like you might want to partner with wifey and do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that might be
shit. That's,
that
sounds good. That's kind of where I'm at right now.
A workaround.
That's where I'm at. I would love to, Jen. If you listen to me, baby, real quick. It's for you right now.
Here we go.
I would love to partner with wifey. In fact, we are. It's happened. It's already.
You would like to what? Partner.
But here's what.
Partner what? What do you mean?
I'm gonna give it to you.
Like
ready?
get a third partner?
Here you go.
Dog, what are you doing, man?
Why you always do that, bro?
Dog.
No, we do not practice polygyny. We're a monogamous couple. But here's
is it polygyny or polygamy?
Both. I don't do neither one. Here's the thing.
Anything with P.
Yeah, we pushing P though.
But we pushing P over here at Potnas Podcast, right? So we came up with that P emoji before Gunna made it hot. So
I was wondering when Tizzle was gonna drop it.
Yeah, man.
I ain't gonna put it. We low key.
Potnas Pad, Potnas Podcast, Potnas Punch, Potnas P.
Alliteration.
Yeah, P.
Check it. Here's the thing though. Where her, this is what I mean by that partnership. I left my 9 to 5 to start a 24/7. Started my own business. Jen is so good at the things that I suck at in life. She's naturally organized. She's great with project management. Great with time management.
Tell me about it.
Great with here you go. They're twins, low key, by the way. But it's good. We talked about the power of a team earlier. We make a great team because my strengths are his weaknesses and vice versa, right?
His? You mean hers?
Nah, you talking about you.
Oh, you talking about me?
You.
Yeah.
Oh.
You and Jen the same
Y'all
damn
twins.
thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You the male version of her. It's crazy. It's how that shit worked out. But, God's crazy. But
y'all talking about y'all. Don't talk about me.
But he you see how he inserted himself? Yeah, I know. So, like, in that way, she's very similar to Tizzle in that they're very naturally strategic. Like, they're very time-oriented and project management, all that kind of shit, right? That's exactly what I would need. Like, if I could give that away to someone, my wife can handle that shit. She's stellar. She's amazing. Mm-hmm. The problem and the reason that we have not yet partnered on this, if you're listening, baby, check this out, is that the way that she accomplishes it doesn't fit my steez. So we have to kind of get the gears and it can be communication or whatever. Like even us, we iron this shit.
No.
Yeah, we're going to start recording our meetings.
You got to explain it. I need some context.
No.
I'm going to give it to you. So the way that it happens, so like, okay, if you want somebody to move a boulder, how would you get them to do it? Is it, you need to get motherfucking ass go move that boulder? That's not going to get it done.
Tell me Jen going to open her blouse a little bit.
She might. I mean, she probably should.
That's what it sounds like.
Jen isn't the focus in this. It's more so about D. D will like sit here and have 3 meetings with the person and figure out. All right, well, what can we do to get to the solution for you to move the boulder? And then he'll draw out the whole plan and stuff. Whatever. He'll take his sweet ass time. Where it's like we ain't got time. We got to get this shit out the way because we got to go home and make dinner.
Yeah.
And we got to go pick up Jewel and we got to go like handle things. We got to iron clothes for tomorrow and whatnot. And this nigga take his sweetest time.
Paralysis.
No, I do have that. I'm not going to front. I can't even hold you, G. Like I'm trying to be a better me. Absolutely.
D is the most.
I overthink everything. It's a well known fact.
He overthinks it, but he's the most talented person in this fucking room.
Think about it. Well, appreciate that, brother.
But this nigga
analysis paralysis. You're absolutely right. Now JT's right. So think about it. Like, okay, somebody who's naturally apprehensive, who has to think through everything before he makes a move. But you have a woman who's naturally and inherently impulsive, and she makes great decisions on the fly.
That's what I say. Women get you into other rooms,
right? So yeah, I think there's a natural partnership. Going back to what we were talking about sacrifice, there's a natural partnership there. But I have to sacrifice so much of me to bring her in because the way she does shit is just like not the way that works with me.
Yeah.
Even just the way she approaches things
So
and
do
like
you
brings
think
it up.
that
Now,
identifies with
That
your
could
ego?
be. It's definitely ego.
Yeah.
But I mean, we can all talk about it. Male ego is a real thing. We all have ego.
Absolutely.
You have to sacrifice some ego to make your woman happy. I do believe
that kind of gets into a point that I want to touch. We're going to definitely talk about this on another episode, but me and Courtney were kind of talking about this earlier this week when we were talking about what we were going to actually discuss on the episode.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you kind of alluded to
I see where you're going.
what is how men and women are different depending on who's in the room or who's around in the atmosphere, right? You are different when you're not around your partner versus when you are with your partner. All right.
100%.
So if you're with your boys at a party,
Man, them motherfuckers.
it's going, y'all standing on couches, y'all pouring up shots, y'all, smoking weed, right? Might do a little party in the bathroom, all kinds of shit, right?
chilling.
But then when wifey comes around,
No, what's in the bathroom?
hello, gentlemen. Oh, y'all ain't never heard of that? Y'all never heard about a party in the bathroom? Or okay,
I just pee in the bathroom.
that's
It's cocaine in the bathroom.
yes, that's what party is.
We know.
We know.
That's what. Oh, okay, all right, cool.
Yeah, we know what it means, bro.
Man, you need to get out more. You ain't never been to the party.
No, I've been.
No,
to,
we know what it
Oh,
means.
okay.
We just don't want
go
to.
in there.
We don't want that. Yeah, we don't want to parse.
My point is
I know, stay
that
clean.
you man, we got so many homies that D being one of them, right?
Wait,
Do things like away from the relationship, and then when the lady is in the atmosphere,
What is going
even
on?
with like the friends. So tying this back to D's point, right? So D was talking about that it's not necessarily his steez by some of the things that his wifey brings to the table and enforces
The way,
or determines what they're going to do for that night or week or month or hour. And I can definitely attest to that because there have been times where I'll come over to their house and whatnot, and D is kind of like in recluse mode, right? And he'll kind of like be focusing on things.
Oh, yeah.
Not necessarily because he really is actually busy, because he really is always is, but he'll actually commit more time than what he needs to the work because he don't want to be bothered with what's going on in the kitchen or the activities.
Nigga.
Hey, I know your game, dog. I know your game.
Anyone listening who has ever been around me,
Clean up, everybody, everywhere. He don't want to be part of that activity. He's like,
well,
nah.
no. See, hold on. Okay, I see where you're going, but nah, here's where you misinterpreted, brother. Because in my castle, the cleanup you're witnessing outside of my purview was planned. So like they doing what they supposed to be doing while I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Courtney, I walked in one time and Jen was like cleaning up the
Washing
kitchen,
dishes,
and
yeah.
y'all know that their kitchen be getting filthy sometimes.
What?
Why you didn't say that?
Bro, you bugging.
No, wait, not. Wait, let me get some context.
I'm like-
Not saying that y'all dirty people at all. It's just y'all have a huge
When
house.
have you seen a dirty kitchen?
Y'all
in my
have
house?
huge house. Y'all have a huge house, and which comes with a lot of dishes. And when
Well, that's
people
a fact.
come over
That's a
and
fact.
eat,
That's a fact.
it's a shit ton of dishes everywhere.
And she works
so
that shit.
you were working
Shouts to the
in the lab, and I came over, unannounced, of course.
And Jen had a pile of
and,
dishes.
and there was a pile of dishes,
No, that's
and,
facts.
and a nigga got stuck helping Jen. And I'm like, where is D? Where is D at?
Nah, that's your fault, bro. I was working.
Dog, I walked right into that trap, and I was like, "Hey, D," and he's like,
no.
1 second,
I had a
I'm on a call."
I got a damn call.
On a call on a fucking Sunday? No,
No, I really do have calls. So first of all,
because you colluding with all the freaking.
stop! You want to get this canceled? No,
All right,
I
whatever.
I have a lot of talent offshore. A lot of my brethren in India and Pakistan. They're very talented people. And when it's 8 p.m. here, it's 8 a.m. there. So I have a lot of nighttime meetings on the weekends. It's actually what he's trying to say.
Them
It's real
niggas on the
life.
other side of the shore be working on any day. Sunday is day Tuesday.
They straight ready.
I'm like, dog, what are y'all doing?
No, they're real good at what they do. Shouts to them.
All right.
What's his name?
All right, to put a bow on it, any last remarks on what men sacrifice in a relationship?
Yeah, man. Shouts to the women who sacrifice.
We do this.
Yeah, we hold it down. Courtney,
Courtney, what are your final thoughts, my brother?
Nah, man. Yeah, I think we kind of aired it out.
Yeah, we aired it out. You barely talk, nigga.
Who sacrificed more?
I think
Courtney's sleepy.
He's smart. He ain't gonna get in trouble after this episode.
See, this is what happens when you don't show up on time to pod.
His woman's here, so there's a whole nother level of pressure.
Yes. But she sleep.
Talk about.
Yes, it absolutely does.
She has her AirPods right there, on hearing mode, listening to everything. I can see them over there. They're right there. You're not tripping.
All right. Cool. All right. Well, let's get into our traditional segment called the toast. And here we have our actual shots this time. We came prepared.
Thank you.
And I've made 5 for
you can't escape.
Well,
our 2 content managers. Here you go. Mr. Chris Anderson, Mr. Todd Knows Best.
it's a sexy glass.
Yeah, man. It's like Squid Games or something.
Corn Pot Don't Stop. Young Dino and Young Tizzle. Oh, wait. Yeah. Look, golly, dude.
What? I handed it. Okay.
All right. So, anybody want to take this toast away? All right. Fuck it. I'll take it. So,
What's the chance?
so we talked a lot about what men bring to the table, what men sacrifice. But, you know, this world won't be nothing in the saying of the late, great
Queen.
James Brown. This world won't be nothing without a woman. So shout out to the men sacrifice.
It's a man's world, actually.
It's a man, right? The men are putting it down. The men have been holding it down, and we sacrifice a lot. But in order for us to even sacrifice, we need a woman.
Yeah. Shout
All right. So shout out to the queens out here. You know what I'm saying? You see how we tie that back to y'all, ladies? Clink. Hey, none of y'all clink. Cheers, brothers.
Yeah, man.
And sisters. All right. Dino, take us out.
Yeah, man.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is all we have for this episode. Follow the partners on all social media platforms, starting with Courtney.
At Courtney J. Coleman.
All right. Dino.
You can find me at the dictionary THE_DIXONARY.
All right. I am JT Got Soul. That's JT Got SOLE. Shout out to our content managers, Todd Knows Best, and Chris. You are at Iron Exposure, right? Iron Exposure. All right. Shout out to the bodybuilders and the powerlifters. All right. Shout out to the Potnas Podcast. Follow the Potnas Podcast at Potnas Podcast, POTNAS Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube for all of our latest content. Visit our website, potnaspodcast.com, for all of our previous episodes. Any topics you want us to cover, email contact@potnaspodcast.com. And if you enjoyed this episode, leave us a 5-star review.
Yeah, man.
All right. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We streaming on all platforms. Tell your friends. Tell your homies. We out here. We pushing P. Potnas Podcast. In this piece. Yeah.